Chapter 21. The dawn reckoning, the horn's sharp blare, and the roar of engines cut to the pre-dawn gloom of August 17th, 2025, a war cry that set Grandpa Jax's blood ablaze. At 75, his body was a map of Vietnam scars. Stitched leg, bleeding arm, bruised shoulder, but his mind was a blade, forged in tunnels where death was a breath away. The Jax homestead, 100 acres of battered fields, orchards, and stream-powered turbine, stood as a defiant heart, its bunker the last refuge against Carter's trafficking empire. The radio broadcast, Ellie's voice exposing Carter's losses, had shaken his buyers, but the horn was Carter's vow. No mercy, no retreat. Grandpa stood in the bunker's concrete chamber, his .308 rifle grip tight, his journal tucked into his belt, its pages screaming and the enemy. The fluorescent lights, powered by the turbine, flickered, illuminating shells of dwindling food, water, and ammo. Jimmy reloaded his crossbow, his shoulder bandaged, his hunter's eyes fierce but weary. Jenny packed her satchel, yarrow, chamomile, black powder explosives, her botanist's hand steady, her knife a vow. Grandma Jax cleaned her 9mm pistol, her nurse's calm unyielding despite bruised ribs. Ellie clutched a rifle, her bruises fading, her knowledge of the general a spark in the dark. Sam guarded Lila, his machete bloodied, while Claire and the 5 new girls, freed from Carter's cages, held crowbars, their fear turning to fire. Martha watched Nate, bound but pleading, and the unconscious scout, her machete a warning. "That horn's Carter's last play," Grandpa growled, his voice rough as gravel. "He's got truck spikes, maybe 30 men, and he's hitting now. We split, raid the warehouse, end his base while we hold the bunker." Jimmy's crossbow gleamed, his voice taut. The radio heard him. "Reaper's out. Big," Jax wavering. "We hit the warehouse, sewer grate, blow the stash, get the rest of the girls." But the homestead's exposed. Jenny's knife flashed, her resolve iron. "I'll rig explosives, black powder, enough to level the warehouse. We free the girls, disrupt the general's network, then fortify here." Grandma's pistol was steady, her eyes sharp. "I'll hold the bunker. Ellie, Clara, Lila, Martha, the girls, prisoners. Jimmy, Jenny, Grandpa, Sam, Nate, raid the warehouse, now. No delays." Ellie's voice was fierce, her rifle ready. "The general's orders are driving, Carter. The warehouse is a ledger, more names, routes. Get it, you'll find him." Grandpa's journal burned in his mind, his Vietnam tactics aligning. Small team, Jimmy, Jenny, Sam, me, Nate as guide bound. We hit the sewer, blow the stash, grab the ledger, free the girls. "Grandma, if we don't make it, blow the hatch." Nate's voice broke, desperate. "I'll lead you, basement, office, ledger, for my sister." Sam's machete twitched, his eyes on Lila. "You betray us, you're dead." Jimmy's eyes met Grandpa's, a silent vow. "Let's move." They climbed the hatch. The homestead's field's a battlefield. Barricades shattered, traps spent, fires smoldering. The stream's turbine hummed, a faint pulse. Engines roared closer. Trucks, bikes, from the eastern road, headlights piercing the dawn. Grandpa led the raid team through the woods. 2 miles to the warehouse. Nate's bound hand slowing, but his intel guiding. Jimmy's crossbow covered the front, Jenny's knife the flanks, Sam's machete the rear, their steps silent despite wounds. The sewer grate, rusted and hidden by ferns, was as Ellie described. Grandpa pried it open, the stench hitting hard. "Jimmy first," he said, his rifle up. Jenny explosives. Sam, Nate with me. Jimmy crawled in, his flashlight dim, the tunnel tight and slick. Jenny followed, her satchel heavy with black powder. Sam and Nate behind, Grandpa last, his wounds ignored. The sewer was a grim path, but Ellie's intel, basement, stash, office, was their map. 10 minutes in, the rusted grate to the basement appeared, Jenny's crowbar quick, the metal groaning. The basement was dark, crates of guns, ammo, and dynamite stacked high, Nate's stash real. "Rig it," Grandpa whispered, his rifle covering the stairs. Jenny worked fast, packing black powder at the crate's base, fusing it with bunker cord. 10-second burn, she said, her voice steady. Jimmy scanned the room, his crossbow up, ledgers upstairs, office, girls in the east wing. We moved silent. They climbed to the first floor, the warehouse a maze of shadows. The moonshine still stench sharp. A guard slumped by a crate, drunk, as Clara had said. Sam's machete silenced him. No sound. The east wing's door was locked, Jenny's crowbar breaking it, revealing 2 cages, 3 girls, gaunt but alive, their eyes wide with hope. "You're safe?" Jenny whispered, prying the cages open. Sam helped them out, his machete ready, their whispers a plea. More. Upstairs. Grandpa's heart clenched, his Vietnam ghost stirring. Innocence caught in war. Jimmy, office, ledger, now. Jenny, Sam, get the girls to the sewer. Nate, with me. They split, Jimmy sprinting to the second floor, Grandpa and Nate covering. The office door was wood, as Nate said, Jimmy's knife prying it open. Inside, a desk held ledgers, names, routes, general, Cleveland, next meet. Jimmy stuffed them into his pack, but boots thumped below. Guards, roused, not drunk. Company. Grandpa hissed, his rifle cracking, dropping a guard rushing the stairs. Nate pointed to the trapdoor basement, escape, but a shout echoed. "Jax, you're dead." The buzzcut lieutenant, shotgun in hand, led 5 men, bandana stark, firing up the stairs. Jimmy fired his crossbow, wounding a man, but the buzzcut shotgun blasted, splintering the doorframe. Grandpa's shot grazed the lieutenant's arm, slowing him, but the gang closed, 3 men reaching the stairs. Nate froze, his bound hands useless, but Grandpa shoved him toward the trapdoor. "Move, boy." Jenny and Sam returned, the girls in the sewer, her knife slashing the guard's arm, Sam's machete felling another. Fuse is lit. Jenny shouted, her flashlight blinding the buzzcut man, giving Jimmy a shot. His bolt hit the lieutenant's leg, dropping him. "Run." Grandpa yelled, firing his last round, the gang's numbers down to 2. They dove through the trapdoor, the basement a haze of smoke, the fuse hissing. Jenny led, Sam and Nate with the girls, Jimmy and Grandpa covering. The explosion rocked the warehouse, crates erupting, shrapnel tearing walls, the blast heat searing their backs. They crawled through the sewer, the girls coughing, Nate stumbling, the ledgers and Jimmy's crossbow their prizes. The warehouse burned behind, a beacon of Carter's ruin, but engines roared above, Carter's trucks, bikes, chasing. They emerged a mile out, dawn breaking, the girls shivering, Sam supporting a teen. Grandpa's wounds bled, his rifle empty, but his eyes burned. We got the ledger, the girls, blue as base. But Carter's alive, and the homestead's under fire. Jimmy's crossbow was up, his voice steady. We get back, fortify, use the ledger, find the general, end this. Jenny's satchel was light, her explosive spent, but her resolve was iron. The girls need care, Yarrow, rest. But Carter's coming, and the bunker's all we've got. Back at the homestead, the bunker's hatch was battered, Grandma's pistol firing through a crack, Ellie and Clara's rifles barking. Carter's men, 10 now, bandanas bloodied, hammered the hatch, a truck ramming it. But Grandma's voice roared, "You'll die before you take us." Jimmy's team charged, his crossbow dropping a man, Jenny's knife slashing another, Sam's machete of fury. Grandpa tossed a grenade, stolen from the stash, blasting the truck, scattering Carter's men. The gang fled, their numbers broken, but Carter's shout echoed, "This ain't the end." Inside the bunker, Grandma bandaged the new girls, Ellie tuning the radio, static alive. "General's talking," she said, her voice fierce. "Meeting Carter, tomorrow, Cleveland." Jimmy's eyes met Grandpa's, the ledger blade. "We go to Cleveland," he said. "Find the general, finish this." Grandpa's journal opened, his pen scratching, the enemy's head. "Dawn's ours," he said, his voice grim. But Carter's still out there, and the fight's just begun. A new sound broke the bunker's hum, not engines, but a low, guttural howl from the woods, not human. Jimmy's crossbow was up, Jenny's knife ready, Ellie's eyes wide. The reckoning had come, but something darker stirred, and the homestead heart was steel.